that Britney Spears in the Dancing with the Stars ballroom?
Stunning brand new pics of Mama June. We've got your exclusive preview right here.
Pink shares a gym selfie and laughs off her baby weight gain.
Jennifer Lopez and A-Rod step out.
We've got Real Housewives star Luann in the house.
Oh, I just act silly. Sometimes it works out for me.
Plus, it's Southern charmer Chef Rose.
Will he ever settle down?
Happy Tuesday, People.com and Facebook Live. Welcome to People Now. We're going to be revealing not one, but two new exclusive photos of Mama June later in the show. That's right. Get excited, people. She's also sharing with people new details on her weight loss journey. Very excited to share all of that with you guys. Plus, Pink is sharing a workout selfie and revealing she's happy with her post-baby weight, even though she says by normal standards, she's considered, quote, obese. She's telling women to stay off the scale, and we love her message, so we want to know what makes you feel most beautiful. It's our Facebook question of the day. Let us know your answers below. We'll get to those a little later, but first, here's what you need to know and what's trending today. Watch. She was the go-to Spears impersonator on her hit Fox show and wanted to try something new this time around. Well, Morris talked about her performance for the Vegas-inspired night in her exclusive People blog, saying this: "I'm here to show my fans and the rest of the world more about who Heather really is, and to me, this seems like a step back in time." But the star was all smiles once she hit the ballroom with her temporary partner, Alan Burston, and she goes on to write, "I think once we got on stage and did it, it felt so much more powerful and specific to what we were doing." Making Morris feel even more confident was having her former Glee co-star, Naya Rivera, supporting her in the audience. Morris opens up about Rivera's reaction, saying this: "She was like so fangirling before this whole thing happened. She was like, oh my God, I'm obsessed. This is my favorite. I love it." I think that's kind of how she sounded. But are you wondering what's going on with Morris's original partner, Maxim Chmerkovskiy? Well, the dancing pro was cheering on Morris Monday night from the sidelines after sustaining a calf injury during rehearsal 2 weeks ago. But it looks like he will be hitting the ballroom sooner than expected. Here's Max's update from Vegas night. Look, we like the guy. We can't wait to see Max back on the dance floor. But now it's not really a Vegas-themed show without a little bit of Magic Mike, am I right? Look at David Ross go. The 40-year-old former MLB star stripped it all down for Dancing with the Stars and embraced his sexy side for his Magic Mike-inspired performance. But Ross confesses that as a father of three, he was a little nervous for the dance. And pro partner Lindsay Arnold told People she was a bit skeptical too. She said this: "When I heard we had this song, I was honestly a bit terrified because I wanted to make David feel comfortable. He's a family guy with the wife and kids at home, and I didn't want him to do anything that made him or them uncomfortable." The two killed the dance and finished with rave reviews from the judges. Ross admits he got pretty into it, saying, "I learned that I maybe have a little inner stripper that came out, an inner Magic Mike." We love it. Go, David. We're not sure about the kids, though, but anyway. Sadly, someone had to leave the ballroom Monday night, so America said goodbye to the always lovable Charo. She performed a bridal-themed foxtrot to the tunes of Chapel of Love by the Dixie Cups. I think it's safe to say that she will definitely be missed. Now, moving on to this. Looks like a lot of people are concerned about how well Catherine Dennis is doing since she returned from rehab during last night's season premiere of Southern Charm. And Catherine has opened up to People about losing custody of her two kids to ex and Southern Charm co-star Thomas Ravenel. Dennis cannot legally speak about the ongoing custody arrangement, but explains to People that spending limited time with her kids has been, quote, the most difficult challenge I can imagine anyone could ever go through in life. She goes on to confess that she'll break down in tears many days if she just sees a toy or something randomly misplaced. Catherine explains to People, "There's a light at the end of the tunnel, and I have to remain true to myself and remain resilient in my recovery." Dennis is focusing on being able to support herself and her children in the future, going on to say, "I want to lead a more simple life. My relationship with Thomas was complicated, and my reality with him was so chaotic. I just want to get back to the things that I loved prior to that." You can see more of Catherine this season on Southern Charm, which airs Mondays at 9 p.m. Eastern on Bravo. And guys, stay tuned because later in the show, we have Southern Charm's resident bachelor, Chef Rose, talking sex, dating, and love in an epic mashup. Stick around. Yeah, we really can't get enough of that amazing proposal. John Cena popped the question to longtime girlfriend Nikki Bella on Sunday night at WrestleMania. Opening up to the Today Show, Bella said, "I was shocked and I couldn't have said yes quick enough." During their interview on Today, Cena also shared this sweet story. Watch.
She's been by my side through a lot of surgeries. And I make a joke because I know when they put you under anesthesia, you got like 20 minutes where you're out of it, but you can talk and you don't remember what's going on.
Syrup.
All right, super cute. And killer suit, by the way, too. Bella told the Today Show she never actually thought Cena would propose in the ring in front of so many people, but she went on to say, it's where we met, it's our passion, it's our life. And so for me, it was kind of like he's my Prince Charming, and he's just saying, I want her to be my queen at her home and in front of our family. Honestly, I couldn't have asked for it to be any other way. It was perfect. And she said she isn't planning on having a long engagement, saying, I'm ready to get this party started, and we are going to help Nikki get that party started later this week when she stops by People Now. Stay tuned for that interview. We're super pumped for that in a couple days. So.
Oh man, I feel like it makes a lot of men feel insecure about their proposals.
I know, that was so epic.
Right?
But how do you beat that? You really don't.
Really
Let's check in with Facebook Live.
Yes.
Coming up, we are revealing 2 new photos of Mama June. She's revealing why she's comfortable with who she is now. Plus, Pink is sharing a workout selfie and encouraging women to feel comfortable in their own skin. We want to know what makes you feel beautiful.
Yes, Sandy says a fresh shower, no makeup, which I have to agree with that.
All right.
You get home and just take it all off.
Yeah, and just relax and be you. Laura says a quality filter on my cell phone camera makes me feel most beautiful. Okay, fine. That works. Shout out to Pete watching in Senegal.
All right.
The global audience is on fire. We love it.
Deborah says, I'm for Catherine. Go, Mama. You got this. So a lot of support for her.
Yeah, good for her. All right, keep the Facebook comments coming in. We'll read more live again soon. But first, Andrea, news this morning about the hottest couple in the world.
In the world. Yes, I do. All right, kicking off our Star Tracks this morning is the one couple we cannot stop talking about, Jennifer Lopez and Alex Rodriguez. The gorgeous duo heated things up in some killer outfits on Monday afternoon in New York City. The 47-year-old singer sported a fiery red balmain crop top paired with matching high-waisted pants, nude pumps, and a red-trimmed beige bag. J.Lo topped off her look with a sleek pair of aviator sunglasses. And if you are itching to look like the Latin bombshell, you can purchase the crop top for a cool $2,838. Yes, you heard that right. Pocket change, right? As for Mr. Rodriguez, the baseball legend rocked a gray checkered suit, navy tie, and classic white shirt for the outing. During a recent appearance on The View, Rodriguez gushed about his new romance with Lopez, saying this: "We're having a great time. She's an amazing, amazing girl and one of the smartest human beings I've ever met, and also an incredible mother." And if that didn't just melt your heart, J-Rod made things even more official after spending all Sunday afternoon strolling around New York City with Lopez's mama, Guadalupe Rodriguez. The pair dressed casually in all black, while J-Lo's mom kept it colorful in a blue peacoat. Well, it doesn't get any better than that, folks. All right, moving on to this. All right, guys, I think it's time to raise your glass to Pink. The 37-year-old songstress is not holding back when it comes to her post-baby body. The singer posted this picture to Instagram over the weekend, captioning the photo, "Would you believe I'm 160 pounds and 5'3"? By regular standards, that makes me obese. I know I'm not at my goal or anywhere near it after baby 2, but damn it, I don't feel obese." Pink went on to say, "The only thing I'm feeling is myself. Stay off that scale, ladies." She then added the hashtags, "feeling myself, strong is my goal, body goals, happy Saturday, get it in, and G.I. Jane is my woman crush Wednesday." I love that. Well, this isn't the first time the Don't Let Me Go singer has spoken out against body shaming after baby. Pink welcomed her son, Jameson Moon, only a few months ago on December 26th. And back in February, she captioned this selfie with her trainer, Jeanette Jenkins, with the caption, "Week 6 post-baby and I haven't lost any weight yet. Yay me, I'm normal." Well, we are very happy for Pink and her adorable baby boy. Keep doing you, girl. And speaking of super cute babies, Dream Kardashian is a home run cutie in this Snapchat from Proud Papa Rob. She's so cute. The youngest Kardashian lady celebrated baseball's opening day with an LA Dodgers filter. Dad Rob captioned the pic, "My Dodger baby." Gotta say, she looks absolutely adorable here. Of course, since welcoming home baby Dream with on-again, off-again girlfriend Blac Chyna, the 30-year-old father has been rather sentimental. During Sunday night's episode of Keeping Up with the Kardashians, Rob reflected on fatherhood as well as his own childhood, revealing to sister Khloe that he hopes little Dream will be in touch with the Armenian traditions that he grew up with. He tells his sister, "I want our baby to learn the type of Armenian values that Dad always put onto us growing up." And in a solo interview during the episode, Rob shared that he wants to be just like his dad, as throwback photos of himself as a little boy played on the screen. Very cute, and great to see Rob embracing and loving fatherhood. And those are your Star Tracks for today.
All right, guys, stay with us. Mama June exclusively opening up to people about her dramatic weight loss, and we've got the details, plus her new look. And the original Mean Girl, Lacey Chabert, shares a hilarious story about her famous movie catchphrase. Stick around.
This is King Cutie in People. His Royal Highness Prince George Alexander Louis of Cambridge. These are George's parents, George's home, his Nana, the Queen, and his staff of 644 Englishmen. This is George's dog Lupo, who inspired his favorite book, The Adventures of the Royal Dog Lupo, one George will share now that he's a big brother. People. The details make the story. Don't miss this week's People.
We saw all the drama break down during last night's Southern Charm Season 4 premiere, but the question on all of our minds is, of course, will Charleston's most eligible bachelor, Shep Rose, finally settle down? Maybe this will help you decide. Watch.
I've loved you for a long time.
You have? You know, it's very nice that she loves me, but that's a bad decision by her for loving me. Honestly, I'm not a very safe bet, unfortunately.
You hooked up with her last night. So what?
Oh, I just act silly. Sometimes it works out for me. I can't believe he's dating anybody. He seems like a forever bachelor, kind of like me.
Everybody else has got a spouse, and you don't.
I'm looking. I have a date tonight.
You like taller women?
I don't know what I like. She won't bang me unless I date her, which I don't even know what that means. Whatever.
It's called commitment.
I want you to make your pitch on why you're a better catch than Austin. But I mean, he might be going after your girl.
I've got a beach house.
Oh, that.
And a golf cart.
What?
Golf cart.
What are you gonna do?
I know.
It's an aphrodisiac. It's golf cart. Let me get this straight. You're seeing Chelsea. I tried to kiss her, and even though they were dating, but they tried to have their cake and eat it too. Like, oh, we're dating, but we're not dating, and kind of one foot in, one foot out.
So you try to kiss her when they're dating? Did you get shut down with a kiss?
Yes. And I got in trouble with my friend, Austin.
You looked at me and you go, you don't have enough money for her, bro. Words out of your mouth.
Are you past the bad boy day?
I don't know. Like, it seems like every year that I'm still single, I start to like it more and more.
After tipping the scales at 460 pounds, Mama June Shannon is sharing exclusively with People how she'll never go back to being overweight and showing off her new look in these exclusive photos. The star of Mama June from Not to Hot is opening up about her weight loss journey ahead of this Friday's season finale of her hit WeTV show. In addition to changing her diet and exercise, Mama June spent upwards of $30,000 to have gastric sleeve surgery, breast augmentation, and some other procedures. Now, about the gastric sleeve surgery, June tells People, "I'm not going to lie to you. I have thrown up because you can't overeat with the gastric sleeve. That's not a thing that I recommend to somebody. You realize what you can and can't do, and when you do it that one time, you don't do it again." Mama June also had skin removal surgery on her, quote, turkey neck and, quote, bat wings and stomach, where a combined total 9 pounds of skin was removed. June telling People, "I can promise you, I'm never going back to that size. I'm happy where I'm at." And guys, be sure to check out the People Entertainment Weekly Network, where starting Wednesday, you can stream People features Mama June's shocking transformation. And later this week, Mama June and Honey Boo Boo will be live right here on People Now. We are very excited for that. Make sure to tune in.
This is Jennifer Lawrence in People. This is Jennifer photobombing Taylor Swift and Sarah Jessica Parker and Liam Hemsworth, proving that while we all love the fashion of the red carpet, it's people who steal the show. People. The details make the story.
I mean, every time it's on, it's like you can't help but get sucked right back into it, as if you're watching for the first time, you know?
Yeah, it was actually on TV the other day, and we don't let the baby watch much TV yet, obviously. And but she turned around and she looked, and it was the Jingle Bell Rock portion. She started laughing, so I was like, I think she recognizes me.
She's a fan. Do you have fans asking you to recreate scenes?
Oh
And
my
what's the most?
I think.
Yeah, what's the scene that they always ask for?
I feel like on a daily basis, someone asks me to say, like, that's so fetch. So fetch. Like, will you tell my niece, like, that's so fetch? That was so fetch. Or you're so fetch. That is so fetch. Stop trying to make fetch happen.
Gretchen, stop trying to make fetch happen.
I mean, for me, my character Fetch was the big thing.
What is your favorite memory from on set filming that movie?
It was the first day of shooting, and I turned 21, and it was my 21st birthday, big birthday, and here I am, you know, on location by myself, And the whole crew surprised me and sang me happy birthday and gave me a cake. And we were shooting the scene in the mall by the fountain. So the whole mall ended up kind of like joining in and singing happy birthday to me. I was kind of embarrassed, but it was a really nice moment.
Wow, looks like things are getting intense between Luann and Bethenny in the latest season of Real Housewives of New York City. The hit Bravo show is returning for season 9.
Yes, and if that didn't get you pumped, we've got Luann D'Agostino here to dish all the deets on the new season. Welcome, Luann. How are you?
Good. I'm great. How are you guys?
It's good to have you here.
Thank you.
Look, we just saw in the clip, it does look like Bethenny and you are having a bit of a heart-to-heart. We know that in the teaser, she had exchanged some words with Tom as well. You've said that, I saw in an interview you did Friday, I think, that she was projecting her marital problems and things of that nature onto your relationship. So where do you stand now with her?
Well, you know, I think that's part of it.
Yeah.
I think that, you know, Bethenny is, you know, she is kind of worried about me, you know, because of the past. And, you know, I'm getting married and, you know, she's a little nervous about it. And I think part of the reason why she's so upset is because she's, you know, had problems in her marriage and went through a very difficult divorce. And I think she's worried about me.
Would you say you're friends now?
Oh, Bethenny and I are cool.
Yeah.
We're good. You know, she's finally got divorced, so she's happy. And I finally got married.
And by the way,
it's all good.
She just told me, she was here earlier this week and told me that you're now the official sort of like mascot for the Real Housewives. Right. And actually a married housewife.
I'm actually a married housewife, which is awesome.
It's great, yeah.
It's great. No, it's fantastic. And I must say, you know, the girls are trepidatious about me getting married because of, you know, Tom's past. But, you know, I'm a grown woman. Tom and I are very good together. We're very happy. And so I understand where it's coming from. But, you know, I know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
You know, we love each other. It's all good. And, you know, you have to remember also it was a year ago.
Right.
So, you know, we've gotten, you know, past it. We've gotten through it, and we're even stronger now. Right. And, oh, there we are together everywhere, just loving it.
Looking great.
No, we're really happy. And the housewives are finally happy for me.
Yeah.
I can finally go out, run into them with Tom, and everything's cool.
Yeah, on that topic, we just had Dorinda on, and she said dealing with all the drama surrounding some of the housewives not being supportive, she just thinks that women need to support other women. Why do you think initially they were not supportive and try to interfere with your marriage with Tom?
Well, initially I don't think they really believed that it was, you know, that strong of a bond between the two of us, and that we were going to actually, you know, get married. You know, we got engaged, and I just think that they were doubtful. And you know, I knew exactly that, you know, Tom and I were going to make it down the aisle because, you know, like I said, you know, we love each other. I totally know that I can trust Tom now, and I'm very solid and we're solid in our relationship, so it's good.
So I love this, your season 9 tagline, the only title I trade Countess for is wife. Love that. Tara on Facebook is actually weighing in and wonders how much you miss the Countess title.
Well, you know what, everybody always calls me the Countess. I'm kind of known as the Countess.
Sure.
I was married for 17 years, and so it's a title that I had that, you know, will always be a part of who I am at this point. And I have the Countess Collection, which is my brand. So now the Countess Collection is really owned by Luann D'Agostino.
Yeah,
so
right.
It's kind of its own entity.
I think you get the best of both worlds here. I think it's fantastic. So Tara, she's still kind of got it. And now here's the thing too, you've been through a lot, you kind of mentioned this. Look, the wedding and stuff happened, but now you get to relive a lot of stuff again, including the drama. Is it tough, going to be tough for you to watch back, do you think?
Well, you know, I'm in a good place now. I'm married. It happened a year ago, so it's never easy to relive something like that.
Back through it,
back through it. So yeah, but I don't let it get under my skin. It's, you know, for me, it's the past, and I'm someone who very much looks forward to the future. I don't kind of dwell in the past. I know that's over, and my future is so bright with Tom. That's what I look forward to.
So
this season looks like a lot of fun, but as we know, with Housewives fun, there's a lot of drama.
There's always
what
drama.
Are you most excited for fans to see play out on screen?
Well, I think, you know, there's a lot of, we have a new housewife, so you're going to see our interaction with Whitney, what am I saying? Tinsley. I'm thinking of another socialite.
Yeah.
You're going to see, you know, the dynamics with Tinsley, and, you know, every season is just, you never know what to expect. It's, we travel, we do a trip to Mexico, which is a lot of fun, but there's also a lot of drama. You know, this cast has such a history together that, you know, there's so many things that are yet to be uncovered that you learn. Even though, you know, you've seen us on the show for years, there's always something new that comes up.
Sure. What's Tinsley's biggest challenge to fit in?
I think Tinsley's biggest challenge is she, you know, we kind of know her. You know how socialites kind of are. They're like, you know them just a little. Like when you say, oh, hello.
Aware of them, right?
Exactly. You're aware of them. You meet them. You don't get to spend a heck of a lot of time with them or get to know them really well. So I think her biggest challenge is integrating with a group of women like this who have a history, have many years of, you know, working together, being friends from the past. So I think her biggest challenge was really just infiltrating this cast.
Not intimidating at all.
Right.
Not intimidating, not daunting at all.
Yeah,
no,
invite anyone to that party.
I'm sure it was easy as could be for her. No, so she holds her own. She holds her own. She's, you know, she's a little younger. She's dating. She's reinventing herself in New York from her past, and you know, moving forward. So you know, I admire girls who are, you know, they change it up, they switch it up, and they move forward and really fast.
We're very excited for her. Okay, you already did the season. We want to see where you kind of stand with the ladies. So first word that comes to your mind when we mention your fellow housewives.
Oh,
ready?
Gosh. Okay.
I know. Ready? Ramona.
Ramona, true renewal.
Okay. Bethenny.
Bethenny, let's see, Bethenny. First word that comes to my mind, Bethenny. Brave.
Okay.
Sonia.
Sonia Rita.
Carol.
Radzi.
Good. The nickname.
Dorinda.
Oh, Dorinda. Make it nice.
Tinsley. How about Tinsley?
Tinsley is, let's see, Tinsley is the socialite. What can we tell?
Socialite.
What can we say about Tinsley?
Hey, so people are weighing on Facebook. Some of our viewers and some of the fans want to know how the kids are doing with Tom and what they think of him, how that whole relationship is.
Well, you know what? The kids love Tom. You know, when you're you know, married, it solidifies everything. The children were in the wedding. So Victoria was my flower girl and Noelle was my ring bearer. So, you know, for them to see their mom walking down the aisle and getting married made it really solid for them.
Yeah.
So they're loving, you know, they're loving life. They're 20 and 22 now. They're totally grown. They don't live at home anymore. Right. So we have a lot of fun with them.
That's great.
Yeah, they were in Palm Beach, of course, you know, with the family for the wedding, and we spend a lot of time in the Hamptons together. And, you know, it's all good. When mommy's happy, everybody's happy.
Yeah. That's exactly right. That's what I was going to say.
And now mommy is Mrs. D'Agostino. And they're going, it's so weird, Mom, you're Mrs. D'Agostino.
But it's a real thing. And
you
seem very happy, and we're happy for you. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
Good to talk to you. Can't wait to see it all unfold. Make sure to tune in to the Season 9 premiere of Real Housewives of New York City, Wednesday, April 5th on Bravo. Thank you so much.
Thanks.
This is Jennifer Aniston, who told people her beauty secret. It's called water. This is Julia Roberts, who confessed her $1 million beauty treatment. It's called sleep. This is Courtney, who escapes to the spa. And Michelle, who swears by good lighting. And this is Beyonce, who woke up like this. These are people's insider trading tips to beauty from the world's most beautiful people. The details make the story. Don't miss this week's People.
Saw a little pic on Instagram with Modern Family star Eric Stonestreet. We know the history there. You guys are friends. Whatever's going on. Were you just visiting set? Was this just a one-off hanging out? Were you going to be on the show?
No. I mean, I haven't been invited to be on the show, but I'm better at being a reality star than an actress. But Eric's amazing. He's a great person. I love him. I know that you'll make it like I love him, and we're
no, it's like friendly love.
No, but we have a good relationship. I really care about him. I like him, and he's awesome. And he's very different than. Not only than his character right. Because he's straight and Cam is gay, but he's irreverent, he's funny, he's edgy. He actually says he's sometimes jealous because I get to sort of say anything I want. And he's this beloved, you know, character on a family watch show, not really just like women and their crazy husbands, but on a family watch show. And he doesn't, you know, he can't just say anything he wants the way that I do. So we actually discussed that before.
I guess that eliminates him from making an appearance on your show.
Yeah, I would actually, if he were in town, he would totally.
Would he?
The thing is, that's the thing about him. He doesn't think he's better than, and he doesn't take himself too seriously. Oh, completely. If he were in town and we were shooting something, he would get the biggest kick out of it. Like, that's what's funny. He thinks that my show is such a big deal, and I'm laughing that he's on like the #1 most hilarious show that's been on for almost 10 years.
I love it, and please let that happen. I would love to see.
Okay, yes. When he's in town, I'm going to tell him he has to come on The Housewives.
Okay.
He'll do it. He would totally do it.
There you go. You heard it here first. Eric Stonestreet. He'll stop by the Real Housewives of New York City if he's in town and it all works out perfectly. I'm wishing it into existence. Bethenny gave us her word on that. I'm going to hold her to it. Anyway, when the founder of Skinny Girl stopped by, she also talked to us about the inspiration behind her latest venture that's all about helping other women. Watch this.
Well, Be Strong is for women in crisis, and I realized that I had been through a pretty bad last 5 years. I just came out of it now. I'm finally participating in my own life. But you really can't see the forest from the trees when you're unhappy, and I'm blessed to have a job, and I'm blessed, you know, financially, and there are women who are in dire straits.
Are there any stories that stick out to you so far in terms of women that you've encountered that are really going through it that you're like, wow, I'm glad that we're really diving in here with this?
Well, someone, I don't even know if I'm allowed to say, someone in the press, someone who works on your side of the press who's a reporter, who was writing a story on my situation, said that his mother has been left penniless by divorce, completely penniless, because this system is screwed up. And for me, it's cost millions of dollars. Other people don't have that kind of money for it to cost them, but it could cost them thousands of dollars, and it could ruin them. And so he's really asked, can we help put his mother in the program? So there's a way that we're sort of screening people and going with a certain group at a time. You know, we're starting small, but we've raised, you know, over 6 figures just in the launch, which you'll see on the show.
What's another very mom thing that you are guilty of, though?
Yeah.
Because I'm telling you, saliva works.
I have had,
I do it to myself too, but I'm like, I'll do it. Or if I'm whispering something to my kid, I remember my mom, like if she had to whisper something, it was just like hot mom air in my ear. And I call it mom breath. I'm just like, oh, and I could like smell her lipstick, like, ugh. Yeah, well, totally. And so then if I have to whisper something to my boys, I'm like, oh God. And I try to like not get too close so that I'm not just like in their ear.
Ooh, the mom breath. That is Jenna Elfman opening up to us about her very mom tendencies, which is very different from her character Alice on her new ABC show Imaginary Mary. Now, in the show, she's dating a man with 3 kids, and as she starts to panic about meeting the kids, her imaginary friend from her childhood pops back into her life to give her some kind of interesting guidance. Imaginary Mary is our Toyota People Pick of the day, and when we recently talked to Elfman, she opened up about her real-life relationship of 26 years to husband Bodie. The two have a hilarious podcast together, so we asked her what's the #1 thing they've been chatting about recently, and well, it is about sex, of course. Watch this.
Can't you think better if you have sex like at least once a week?
Yeah, of course, yeah, right. Okay, so just the fact that there's a point of focus and just productivity in life if you get that out of the way.
For men.
For men, yes.
Not
Fine.
for women.
You know,
No, I'm good just like having a nice chat with a girlfriend. You know, and like I always want to like chat, and my husband's like, I'm like, you're not listening to me. And he's like, well, let's just have sex, and then I'm all ears.
Wait.
And I like need to talk in order to engage sexually. So it's like, it's a catch-22.
It's a catch-22. Is that the key to a lasting relationship? 26 years?
Communication, no secrets, a sense of humor, and regular sex.
At least sex once a week.
For us.
And so if it comes down to it, will you, for the sake of the good conversations to come throughout the week, have sort of like sex as a point of utility and it needs to happen so that you can...
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. For my husband.
Just making sure everyone was taking note, particularly like my wife. Was Tara, my wife? Were you watching?
All right, you guys, let's check in with Facebook Live one more time. Pink opens up about feeling comfortable in her own skin, and Mama June revealed why she never wants to gain back the 300 pounds that she lost. So we want to know what makes you feel most beautiful.
Some really good responses. Melinda says the beach makes her feel beautiful.
Sandy says, get a pink, beautiful. April says, soaking in some sunshine makes me feel beautiful.
Kathleen says, just being me makes me most beautiful. Allie says, the pretty filter on Snapchat, all caps, saves me.
John says, I always feel great after a long run. Yes, I feel good afterwards.
Me too. After a good workout, like you really do feel really great. Shout out to Tar Heels fan Lynn. She says, good morning from North Carolina, go Heels 2017. NCAA champs. Congrats to them. Woo, woo.
Woo, woo.
You big fan? Thanks so much for watching. Be sure
I'm glad that she's a fan.
I'm glad she's a fan too. Be sure to tune in tomorrow at 8:30 a.m. Eastern. Princess X Maite Garcia opening up about how losing their son affected the music icon. Plus, we have more Housewives of New York City. Bethenny Frankel revealing whether or not she would get married again.
All right, thank you so much for watching. And for now, we leave you with one last thing from imaginary Mary star Jenna Elfman. Enjoy.
Bye, guys.
Hi, I'm Jenna Elfman, and this is one last thing. The last show I binge watched was Damages. When I was getting ready to do the last season, I binge watched the first 2 seasons of Damages, which was incredible. The last time I was starstruck was probably this morning, because I ran into Juliette Binoche, and she's one of my favorite actresses, and she's so damn beautiful. I was just kind of like, oh, so French, so beautiful, and so talented. The last song that was stuck in my head was A Million Reasons by Lady Gaga. Like, I can't get it out of my head. Like, it's very stuck in my head.
Hey YouTube! Don't forget to like this video and leave a comment if you enjoyed it. And for more People Now, click on the subscribe button down here.
And check out more great video right now by clicking on one of these links.